Yes.
Don't forget to smile.
Say cheese.
Yeah. No, we took some kind of a class through it's called ECRM or something, and it gave us like a half hour of how to present virtually, and it says people always forget to smile after a sentence. So as I was just reminding Barbara, we have to look happy.
We'll just give it one more minute to see if a few more people trickle in, and then we'll go ahead and get started. All right, well, good afternoon, everyone. Thank you again for joining us for the Marching Forward Monday Showcase. I'm Alexis, the program manager. Today, we'll be having 4 Novova certified veteran business enterprises presenting their companies. If you're not speaking, I ask that you please keep your microphone muted. This session will be recorded and available to you all as well as on our website. If you have any questions, please feel free to use the chat function throughout the session. And our first presenter is going to be Anna Rusanowski with Barbara Kent.
Hi everybody. My name is Barbara Kent, and I'm here with Anna to introduce you to Birdie Boutique. Next slide, please. My sister Joanna and I, the owners of Birdie Boutique, we came to the United States in 1988. We landed about a mile north of Detroit. And needless to say, it was a pretty crazy life for our middle school and high school years. Because of our circumstances, because we were pretty poor, we knew that education was our way out of those circumstances. So we put a huge focus on that. We worked very hard. And because we thought education was so important, now it is definitely a huge part of all of our products. So my sister studied education, and then she taught middle school and elementary school children for over 10 years, culminating her career with a Teacher of the Year award for the whole state of Michigan. I am so proud of her. She's a super passionate teacher. I was offered an appointment to go to West Point, and I was commissioned as a second lieutenant in the military police corps. I ended up serving for over 15 years and went to lots of exciting places. At the end of those careers, we thought that we were not finished. We decided to work together again. We had always wanted to run a business together. And somehow, surprisingly, I figured out that I loved to sew. So Birdie Boutique was formed in 2013 out of my house. I quickly outgrew the capacity. So my sister and I traveled to China, met with several manufacturers, made some great relationships. And now we have a very steady, very solid manufacturing line. We currently are headquartered out of Michigan. We have 5 amazing, strong women working for us. Each one of us has gone through some sort of a massive hardship in their lives, so that we are now full of grit, very determined, and we persevere every single day. I am very excited and very proud of our team. Next slide, Anna. One of the aspects that I'm most proud of our business, from our business, is that we are strong community supporters. This community supported us when we were kids. This community supported us when we were little and we didn't know that we needed the help that we actually received. And we are super grateful for that. And this is why we give back. So I want to highlight two big projects that we are involved in. My sister started a Snacks for Students program at the local elementary school. She got together with a bunch of parents and they organized snacks for kiddos to have at school during daytime so that they won't be hungry. And that is a cause that's very near and dear to our hearts. I'm very proud of her for that. This was so popular that it became a template for other schools to use. I wanted to emphasize my involvement in the military community still. I'm a part of several military spouses groups. We raise money for kids, military kids going to college for scholarships to help them through this process. We also help new spouses coming into the military to help them incorporate themselves into this crazy new world. And, we always take part in several different deployment, redeployment, family readiness group type of events. This is still so very near to my heart because my husband is still an active duty soldier. I'm actually calling you from Germany. We're stationed here now. And but we make this exciting life work. Our previous assignments were in Hawaii and Alaska and Virginia, and we loved every single one of them and are grateful for the opportunity. So as you can see, we are super involved in all of these communities that we become a part of. Next slide, Anna. We have 4 main lines of products. Every single one of our products has an intent and a purpose behind it. We design and test and produce every single one of them. There are no other products out there like it. These are absolutely one of a kind. We're also very excited to be able to offer private label capabilities. And I will go ahead and turn it over to Anna.
Thank you so much, Barbara. And I just wanted to add too that, so our car seat ponchos are our best seller. They help kids learn independence with an easy on and off. Parents, we get a lot of feedback and reviews, and that's actually a feature that parents love. No zipper, no buttons. All of our ponchos have been safely tested by Birdie Boutique, and they are way, way, way more safer than any bulky jacket underneath that your child wears underneath the car seat. So our car seat poncho is designed to specifically go over the car seat once you've strapped your child safely in the car seat. We currently have 10 adorable designs, as you can tell. And then we also tend to add a few designs additionally a year. Oops, sorry. So our learning blankets, both of our blankets and our weighted blankets are not only comfortable, but they always have a learning spin on them. So we've launched our blanket line in 2020, and we had such positive feedback from sales. As you can see, we've sold over 3,000, to also our online Birdie community that we've developed online. Particularly our sight word blanket has been very popular. We've been basically helping kids. It's an amazing tool to help kids learn to read. So our blankets, like I said, they're not only a blanket, they're an experience for a child. They're a after dinner, memory made as the family, plays together. So we are very proud of our blanket line and the positive impact that it does have for children, especially in their formative years. So our message tapestries, these are actually our newest product line. They're educationally focused, they're fun, they're bright, motivational messages for kids. They're perfect for like nurseries, children's bedrooms, schoolrooms, classrooms, libraries, hospitals. They're a very easy pinup also, kind of a wall hang design. And we're also currently designing a US states tapestries that will be specific to different learning concepts for different states that we're very, very excited to share in the future. And my favorite tapestry out of all of them is actually our diversity tapestry. It's in the top right corner. And so I think that even as adults sometimes, especially with all these trying times that we have going on right now, it's sometimes important to remember this message. If many little people in many little places can do many little things. They can change the face of the world. And we stand behind that too. So we also are proudly featured in over 100 publications. I'm just going to pull out two. Our Dino World Map learning blanket actually was featured in Forbes magazine in March of 2020. We were really proud of that we were picked out, and there was an article written about how our blanket inspires travel for children during a pandemic. Also, both of our weighted blankets were recently featured on the todayshow.com as top rated for kids for 2021. We're also very active on our social media platforms. We like to pride ourselves on that we now have a large network of mom bloggers who keep in touch with us over our personal website, birdieboutique.com. So our Birdie difference. What we're looking for now is that we are interested in teaming up with supplier diversity programs and retailers. About 6 months ago, we've been selling online with a lot of success, but we've now, like I said, started to engage with retail, and we're very interested in supplier diversity programs and also independent retailers and boutiques that would be interested in carrying our brand. And so I guess we're doing questions at the end, but I just wanted to have my contact information, Anna at Birdie Boutique. We're actually verified also on Range Me profile, so we have a wholesale catalog. If there is any interest in any of our products, feel free to reach out to me. We would love to ship samples and answer any questions. Thank you so much for your time and your consideration for Birdie Boutique today.
Thank you both. You guys did great. And then up next, we have Dr. Malia West.
You hear me? So I'm gonna play a short video of what we've seen with our clients during this pandemic.
The entire world has changed drastically ever since COVID-19 swept the globe. This pandemic has affected every business differently. While technology companies are thriving right now, many locally owned businesses that require patronage, like restaurants and nail salons, are struggling to stay afloat. The government has passed a series of grants and legislation to help businesses retain employees and operations, but keeping track of these services can be a challenge. At Global Accounting, we have a team of experts available to assist businesses with their accounting needs in these challenging times. We offer bookkeeping, consultation, tax services, and more to take a burden off your shoulders and make sure your records are clear and accurate. Taking advantage of assistance programs requires having accurate financial statements and will enable you to successfully move forward. Perhaps you'll find unnecessary expenses or areas where costs can be cut. Or maybe you'll discover deductions that your company should be using but didn't know about. The team at Global Accounting is here, ready to assist our clients in any way we can. Get in touch today by visiting globalaccounting.com or call 844-951-9900 today.
So I spent 18 years with Bank of America and over in Singapore, and just like Barbara, but I was a military brat, and I was raised in Hawaii. My kids are half Hawaiian, and my son is half Singaporean. So I'm very familiar with the military, and I'm a service disabled vet myself, and I got my inspiration because I do a lot of scuba diving. Being raised in Hawaii, played football for the University of Hawaii, and things like that. I got inspired with Wounded Warriors, and I got my father got involved with Wounded Warriors. But a lot of the things that that people don't take into granted is accounting or their bank statements. So teaching. I have my doctorate in accounting, international accounting. And a lot of people came up with a story that I had a student that they're from I think it's from Japan or so, and they came over and they come over with a lot of money and stuff, and she had, when they give you temporary checks back in the 90s or so, they gave you 15 or 10 or 15 checks, and she had $20,000 in the bank account, but she kept writing these checks. and they kept bouncing and bouncing and bouncing. And she came in to me and said, hey, you know, why my things are not getting paid? That's because you don't have enough money in your account. So she's like, I said, you need to understand how to balance your bank book. And they don't teach you things like this growing up in school. They don't teach you how to balance a checkbook, how mortgages are look like, how to keep a small business or a large business. And being an executive vice president for Bank of America over in Singapore for 18 years, I was the budget director for General Service Administration for the IT 70 up here in DC for the last 10 years. I acquired 3 accounting firms because accounting and banking has changed over the years. So we are I employ about 124 employees. We do about $7 million a year in revenue. We are on a GSA schedule. We're also do predictive analytics. We do audits, accounting, both domestic and international. With IFRS, which is a rule-based accounting system, and we're ICPA certified, which is a rules-based accounting system. So they're a little bit different than IFRS and international accounting, and also doing domestic accounting. We have offices, our office location, headquarters in Washington, D.C. I have office in Portland, Oregon, that does a lot of supply chain management. We do a lot of supply chain management and cost accounting with REI. And we also have a predictive analytics group under Samsung in Seoul, Korea, that we contract out of the Portland office. I also have employed about 70 people in Lisbon, Portugal. There's a lot of cybersecurity because under international audits, cybersecurity is under their accounting and not under IT for the compliance piece of it. So we team up with all the IT companies to do the compliance piece of it and not the penetration and hunting. If anybody's familiar with cybersecurity, red team and blue team, that's high level cybersecurity, and we help those IT companies do so. We have expertise in government accounting because you have to be DCA MA compliant. We're a gold member for Odoo, which is a supply chain management ERP system. We also are implementer for Microsoft Dynamics partner. And we also we use Uninet because those are the accounting systems for accrual-based and cost or job-based projects require different expertise across different platforms. Oops. This is our locations. Like I said, we're headquartered in Washington, D.C., and we're also in Portland, Oregon. We have contracts with the country of Spain in Portugal because we help them with their budgetary, help them with a lot of their COVID budget, information. We are a service-able vet company. We're HubZone, and we just applied for our 8A. Nowadays, because everything is starting to go global, we're ISO 9000 certified, and we're getting ISO 27001 and 20000 certified within the next 3 to 6 months. A lot of our technology nowadays, because we do accrual, international, and domestic accounting, it takes kind of robust. So if you're going to, United States is only 20% or 25% of the world's GDP, the pie is getting bigger. So thinking about doing business in other parts of the world is kind of normal now. I'm getting a lot of clients that are veterans that are doing dual citizenships now. They're going to Europe, they're going to Africa, and things like that. So you have to think globally now instead of just domestically. Like I said, we're also SWAM certified, which is a small business owned and veteran owned business in the state of Virginia. We're ISO 9000, but we're getting our 27001 and $20,000 ISO certification. Those people are familiar with CMMC, which is the maturity model. Being DCA compliant is part of the new DoD contracting rules. These are the kind of financial advisory we've done: acquisitions, benchmarks, corporate business unit evaluations, alternative strategies, and mergers and acquisitions, and sometimes spinoffs. These are my officers. Roxy and June, they speak Mandarin and Japanese. Christine and Kira they speak English, Spanish, and Portuguese. And these are some of our business partners that we deal with, like Fuji, Fire Eye, and things like that. I'm glad that everybody is, I'm glad I get to present in front of everybody. And I think, look forward to more conversations around diversity supply spending. Thank you.
All right, thank you very much. And up next, we have Jerry Novosotko.
Hello, everyone. Let me start sharing my screen. Okay, can everyone see my screen?
We're getting there, it's loading. Now you're good.
Okay. Well, good morning, everyone, or good afternoon, depending on what time zone you're in. My name is Jerome Novosotko. I'm the founder and CEO of Novus Professional Services. We are a software engineering consulting firm based in Colorado. We've been in business for 24 years, and I am a veteran of the United States Army, having served almost 7 years in places like Egypt, Israel, and Italy. So let me move on to my next slide here. So as I said, there we go. We are a technology management consulting firm. We focus on all aspects of the software development lifecycle, everything from design, ideation, through development, all the way through implementation and operational support. We're based in Colorado, but we have a national reach. We've served primarily Fortune 500 clients all over the country, but we've also served with some relatively small startups as well. We have expertise in many different skill sets, from project and program management, digital transformation, which over the last year, a lot of companies have benefited from having done their digital transformation earlier or been forced into it because of COVID. But simply said, digital transformation gives us the ability to work from anywhere in the world as long as you're connected to the internet. You can handle all your basic job functions remotely. I won't read you the whole list, but these are all the different skill sets that we have involving custom software development and implementation. Now, this is a word cloud showing all the different technical languages, tools, utilities that we have within the Novus team. The larger the word, the more skill we have in that area. And as you can imagine, there's pretty much everything that's in use today, as well as some older technologies as well. Some statistics about us: we have 40 clients in 12 different states. We've got relationships with 26 suppliers or subcontractors scattered around the country and the world. One of our main selling points is the expertise that we bring to the table. Our average consultant has a master's degree in software engineering or a related field and 13 years experience. So We are differentiate from some other consulting firms that seem to specialize in bringing in very junior people right out of college or just cutting their teeth on the technology. We do not do that. We bring a great deal of expertise to the table. By business volume, there in the lower right corner, it shows who our main clients have been over the years. The size of the name is the amount of business we've done with that client. We also have extended capabilities through partnering with 2 different firms around the world. We have a partner in Colombia called Cafeta Software, and they provide many of the same services that we do, but at a lower rate because of their location in Colombia. Colombia is in the central time zone, so we can provide resources from Colombia to work on client projects here in the States, working in the same time zone. So it allows a great deal of overlap and intra-team communication in that time zone. We also have a relationship with Pegasus Systems, or I'm sorry, Pegasus Industries in Chennai, India, providing many of the same services, also at reduced rates. But they are operating on the other side of the world, so they're 12 hours removed from our time zone, meaning that while you're on bed, your project is still getting worked on by our resources in India. And finally, our value proposition. What makes us unique is that we are big enough to source and deliver top talent. We can find the right skill sets for what you need. And then we are also small enough to tailor our processes and procedures to each client. So between those two, what that gives us is the ability to treat each client as though they're our only client. So our contact information is myself, Jerome Novisako. There's my title, phone number, and email. The QR code will also give you access to more information about me. And my business development executive is Robert Alexander. There's his information and his QR code. This presentation will be available if anyone wants it. Just reach out to Alexis. And I am putting my information in the chat room now. So that's about it. I'll be on the call for the rest of the call to take any questions you may have. Thank you very much.
All right, thank you, Jerry. And last but not least, we have Kenneth Fields.
Expand it. Does everyone see the presentation?
Yes, sir.
Excellent. Thank you for this opportunity to talk about a company near and dear to me. It's called IT Henhouse. Our mantra is tech that transcends. First, I want to give you a message from my wife and business partner, AC Fields.
I don't think we can hear you.
Yeah, we're not getting the audio.
Are you not seeing it?
No, the audio.
Okay, hold on a second. Go here. Let me try this. I'm gonna go up to my Dropbox.
If you share your screen again, you should be able to hit advanced sharing options, and it'll have, I think it says like optimization, and it can use your computer audio.
Okay. But you saw the video?
We saw the video, we just weren't
Oh,
getting.
okay. Share. This one, advanced, okay. And optimize the video clip.
Yes.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
In the Army, we call it Murphy's. Murphy's always there. Okay.
Hi, my name is AC. I'm one of the owners at IT Hen House. I just wanted to take a brief moment to welcome you to our company and tell you a little bit about ERP. At IT Hen House, we believe that IT is not just about technology, it's about possibilities. And we believe that IT is not just about systems, but it's actually about the people using those systems. So we're committed to helping your company identify the real issues holding it back and using what we like to call people-powered tech to solve those problems. It is in that spirit that I would like to make sure that when thinking about ERP, we're speaking the same language. ERP, Enterprise Resource Planning. What it means is not as important as what it does. Simply put, ERP is a process for doing business better. Imagine only being able to get text messages from your cell phone, email messages on your computer, or make an appointment on your tablet. That would be a nightmare. Okay, so maybe not for everyone, but most of us synchronize our devices using corresponding apps for ease of connectivity and use. But what about our businesses? Are you able to capture information about your sales pipeline, inventory delays, or stock counts from any remote location? How is your information secured? What key areas of your business could benefit from innovation, automation, or collaboration? Do you spend every day going from software system to software system just to get a complete picture of your business? Is the hardware that your company is using robust enough to meet the demands of your business? No doubt, these are a lot of questions to consider. And on top of that, the COVID-19 pandemic has pushed this country kicking and screaming into technological advancement. But we at IT Hen House are here to navigate you through that process. So while you're here, take a look around our site, put a question in the chat box, send us an email so that we can discuss how we can help you do business better. Welcome to the IT Hen House experience.
My name is Kenneth Fields, and I am the president of IT Hen House. I am retired Lieutenant Colonel of the U.S. Army, HUA, something like that. Well, I ended up joining the Army because being that I grew up in a Navy town called Tidewater, Virginia, my dad worked at Newport News Shipbuilding, also called Tentacle. They built the aircraft carriers for our great Navy. I recall we had an opportunity to go down during the open house, actually open house, when they launched the ship. And I saw all the Navy people eating filet mignon, sorry, from the country, shrimp, all kinds of great food. And I looked at my dad, I said, I'm going to join the Navy when I grow up. Well, somehow my favorite color was green, and I used to love to be in the woods. So I ended up joining Army ROTC at Old Dominion University. And I remember I went to my first FTX. You know what an FTX is? Field Training Exercise. Out there in Sandbridge, Virginia. And I looked up at the sky and said, what have I done? Because I should have gone to the Navy. No kidding. Actually, 28 years in the U.S. Army has been wonderful. I've served in Desert Storm, Iraq, the Pentagon, and NORAD NORTHCOM. At IT Hen House, we are committed to an integrated approach to help our businesses do better. We have integrated 5 pillars called collaboration, data security, visibility, automation, and innovation. But it goes across the 5 core functions of your business, and to include operations, human resources, finance, supply chain, and sales and marketing. To deliver the best in technology performance, at IT Hen House, we take great pride in establishing partnerships with top-tier software and hardware companies to help you do business better. Helping businesses do better is our number one goal. We understand that in order to be successful in business, you have to be competitive, innovative, and sustaining. We offer 3 solutions to help companies do better, which include professional services, managed IT solutions, and computer in-house. Professional services. What this basically means is that we help customers become more agile, increase revenue, be competitive, and sustainable. I would say that one of the myths about IT is it really a cost of doing business, or should it be a revenue generator? So how do we do this by using technology? Well, we modernize the customer's current IT infrastructure, improve a customer's business processes, improve how businesses serve its customers, and enhance the employee working experience. I've been on many projects where the users are kind of like the forgotten children. And when we come on board, they're like, okay, another winner in town. This is a new system that the management is bringing on to us. But they did not get any input from where the rubber hits the road, the users. I see myself as becoming a user champion, kind of like Captain America. We have systems audit, requirements analysis, training, software package selection, implementation, and support. Then we have our managed IT solutions. We also feel that's where the rubber hits the road. Once you have modernized your IT infrastructure, improve your processes, improve customer services, and created an enjoyable work environment for your employees, how do you keep your data protected from threats? Like one of my fellow presenters said, like system hackers and other evildoers. What do you do if you have questions about the hardware or software? Our managed IT solutions is where we monitor your systems and help solve any problems with your software and hardware. We work hard to keep you moving forward so you can focus on doing business better. Our computer in-house. Computer in-house is more of an e-commerce platform. It's going to allow you to acquire computers, printers, copiers, gaming, and software. We have long discovered that having the best software technology is useless without robust hardware to run your technology system. We want to make sure that we could service our customers from end to end. We created an e-commerce store that allows our current and new customers to shop for their hardware needs right from our website. Customers can also shop for some software such as Microsoft Dynamics 365, Google Workspace, as well as gaming software. We also realize that some customers do not necessarily want to sit down with an IT person to kind of guide them through. They already know what they want. But in case they don't, we also make sure that it's a fit for that can incorporate their past, their present, and their future. Why do I say the past? Well, often when we fall into a project, there's a history when it comes to technology and that relationship between technology and the client. And we also always know that a client has many choices when it comes to technology, including using IT in-house. I want to thank you for your time, but I would like to share a favorite quote with you. Do the best you can until you know better. Then, when you know better, do better. By the great Maya Angelou. Here are your action items. This is the fun part. Call IT in-house. You see the number. Visit IT in-house at www.it-inhouse.com. Also, you can email us at checkousout@it-inhouse.com. And I will put my information at the end of this presentation. And I want to say thank you for giving me your time today. And also, I appreciate you dealing with the technical glitches. Even though I'm a technical person in the software industry, Murphy will always strike. Thank you.
All right, thank you very much. And thank you to all the presenters again. We'll open it up now for questions. I'm looking through the chat. Anna and Barbara, there's a question for you guys. What is your maximum production capacity for most of your products, and are all of your products manufactured in China?
Okay, so yes, all of our products are manufactured in China. And depending on the product, our capacities are between 5 and 10,000, but that ranges, the timelines range between 90 and 100 days to get those produced and delivered here. And I can absolutely provide more details per product if necessary.
Thank you. And the rest of the chats seem to be compliments for everyone. So good job to you guys again. And if there are any other questions, everyone, please feel free to ask them now.
Hey, Alexis, it's Nancy Connor. Just want to say great job, everybody, and reminders to go in and visit your profile in the Novoba database and make sure that your presentations are attached. Links to your presentations or videos are attached so that anybody that comes across you when they're doing a search in the Novoba database for suppliers with your capabilities, that they get a great picture of you, and these presentations can live on.
Yeah, if I may, quick, Alexis, I want to echo that too, Nancy. Thank you for bringing that up, and for all of the vets out there, whether you're attending or the folks that presented today, go in and make sure that you get your profile filled out. Once again, this is the best way for corporations to be able to find you, and having customers that are looking for you that reach out to you is way, way better than having to constantly chase people. Imagine them actually coming to you. And for our corporate folks, thank you for joining us for all of these events. Thank you for your genuine desire to be inclusive of our veteran business enterprises in your efforts. And please let us know whether you're a vet trying to build out your profile or whether you're one of our corporate allies trying to find veteran-owned businesses to potentially work with in our database. Please let us know if there's any way that we can help, if you need access to your credentials or need us to walk you through anything. I know Nancy's done a great job with the trainings for both sides to make sure, whether it's corporate or veterans, that everybody's able to use that tool effectively. And if there's anything we can do to help facilitate that, let us know. But this is a very unique thing. There has not been an exclusive database of certified veteran businesses in the marketplace until now. And so we really want to make sure that people are aware of that and actually using that. And finally, when we have some success stories, when you're able to connect with one of our corporate allies and we're able to do some business, let us know. We really want to make sure that we're highlighting when these things happen. We have opened both our Veteran Business Enterprise of the Year Awards program for the VBEs that want to be to nominate their firms. And we've also opened our Best Corporations Awards. Both surveys there's no obligation other than being a certified VBE. Then you just tell us your story. For the corporate side, you give quite a bit of information about our program, but you can pick up where you left off and save, and it's a lot more user-friendly than it has been in the past. But in either case, we definitely want to make sure that everybody's aware of what we're doing, and we're able to recognize when people are doing great things and when veterans are actually landing some work out of these things. So thank you, Nancy, for pointing that out, and thank you for Alexis for having these, and thank you to all of you for not only presenting, but also listening to our presenters and giving everybody a chance to compete. So thank you.
All right, well, if there aren't any other questions, if you're a VBE that hasn't presented and you want to, please send me an email, alexis@novoba.org. If you're a corporate ally that would like to present at our corporate hour, please email Mimi at mimi.loam@novoba.org. And other than that, we will give you some time back in your day, but thank you for coming. We'll be here every Monday at 2 p.m.
Thank you guys very much. We appreciate the time and consideration.
Thank you, everybody. I appreciate the time.
Yeah, bye-bye.